filling out my ballot for the 2024 general election, which includes presidential election this year, 2024. This is for King County, United States of America, King County, Washington State, United States of America, Planet Earth, the original. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And in our state currently, there are absentee ballots mailed out to everybody, so we can fill them out in advance. And it says we have to return it by election day, which is 5 November 2024, and it comes with some stuff. Including like a list of places with drop boxes. Does it? It didn't this time. Oh, it says drop box closest to your location, and then provides a few. In the past, they've provided a list everywhere. This time it has kind of like advertising. Okay. Anyway, and there's an I voted sticker. So I'm going to go through and fill out. I've decided to vote for a selection of everything. So not everything am I going to vote for. So I'll go through the things that I do vote for. And I've decided that I want to do two things write-in candidates. So I'm going to do federal, so President and Vice President of the United States of America, which is a partisan office, vote for one pair. So I'm going to do write-in and vote for myself, Tanis C. Leonhardi. And I even grabbed the book so I spell it right. Hillary R. Clinton. And that's going to be Boston Tea Party. I'm not going to specify the one with a western gray squirrel as the mascot. Alright, so federal. And then my vote is down here. Formatted it the same. Okay. And then yes, let's do United States Senator. I'm in the reasons why I'm voting for myself and Hillary Clinton. I have a playlist. I'll link to my election voting playlist in the video description. United States Senator, I'm voting for Maria Cantwell. If she wins, it's a bit of a bittersweet victory. She's a rape victim, and a lot of racial minorities have chosen to spin it as a cheating scandal. But she's really a rape victim. I was like, that's what happens to white women in this country. Racial minorities frame anything bad that happens to them as a fantasy or a dream. So my United States Senator, Maria Cantwell, and she's done a lot of work. She even came to California when I was there and spoke at like a quantum physics kind of thing. I was like, go for her. So I'm doing physics. She's very good. Next, so United States Representative, Congressional District number 7. I'm going to do a write-in one. And I'm putting in a particular person, however. I should put the same party as me. I guess it's a partisan office as well. I'm going to do Edward Snowden. I like the guy too much to put him as a Democrat or a Republican. Edward Snowden, Boston Tea Party. So if there's an Edward Snowden in the state of Washington State, I don't know how they do that. So United States Representative, Congressional District number 7. There's my vote. And then the last one I'm going to vote for is going to be governor, and I'm voting for a Republican. Yes. So I have Boston Tea Party, Democrat, and Republican I'm voting for. I choose diversity. And I'm voting for Dave Reichart. It'd be cool. It's a very unique opportunity for the Washington state to get ahead of the other 49 states. He's the man who was in charge of the Green River Killer, putting Gary Ridgway away. So to have him have that background, I'd love to know, or have somebody more specifically get that experience, having done that, and does it come back to haunt them when they're governor? And with him, the issues kind of that were surfaced during the hunt for the Green River Killer, such as like the sex industry and drug usage and getting people cleaned up and off the streets and in schools and stuff like that. That's still an issue, and people are even more stick up the butt now than they were back in like the 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s. The 200 decade, 200 fill in the last digit, 0 to 9. That's the first decade of this millennium, 200 decade. So I'm ready for serious conversations, but I don't know if the state is, so I don't know if he'll get elected. But personally, I'm ready to grow and get ahead of the rest of the nation in one way, so I'm voting for Dave Reichert. Not everybody is mature enough to be ready to discuss some of the issues that might come with him be elected, and so they might choose the easy path of, or comparatively easy path of, choosing Bob Ferguson and a bunch of kind of the same old. He brings with him Dave Reichert. I guess what's the vote there also for? Occupational diversity. Okay, so that's what I'm voting for, and then I put it in here, and then I put it in the other envelope, and I have to sign this and put it in Dropbox, and then maybe I'll wear the sticker later. But following the 2020 presidential election and the 2024 presidential primary election, so 2020 general election that included the presidential election, and the 2024 presidential primary election where I was unsuccessful, what if I do not win? Well, then the American people have made it clear they do not want this little Euro Native American, European and Native American, that's me, ethnically, racially, they have made clear they do not want this little Euro Native American, me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. Perhaps Italy will get it right on the first try. Ooh, instead of failing on the third try, getting it right on the first try. Could you imagine that? Perhaps someday I will get to be baby Mussolini. Though if I become baby Mussolini, I just may have to see about kidnapping Hillary and making her my empire's number 2. I could die happy if I were dictator of my baby Roman Empire. The invasives have torn the heart out of my Duwamish and Lakota peoples. I shall return the favor if I ever get the chance. Consider it collateral damage, you invasive assholes. Personally, I believe God allows for good to triumph in the end. Clearly, invasive Americans do not. Most invasive Americans are of the type who would rather go to hell than get it right. Yes, that is right. IA stands for invasive American. Do not worry, Americans will find someone else. They always have, speaking from experience. So there we go. I was filling out my ballot for the 2024 general election, 2024 presidential election included, and I am filling this out today, Monday 21, or I filled, okay, so I'm voted for. Monday, I filled it out today. Same day I'm filming this, Monday 21 October 2024.